The story of the Good Samaritan. Don't just love your friends, Jesus said. Love your enemies too. What? Thought the people. Love my enemy? The people that are mean to me? The person who is not my friend? The person who's against me? These were hard words for the people to accept. They're hard for anyone to accept. But that's what Jesus said. In the days of Jesus, there were people who did not get along. The Jewish people and the Samaritan people were neighbors, but they did not like each other. The Jews and the Samaritans were angry. They were enemies. Later, Jesus told this story. Once, there was a Jewish man who was taking a trip. The Jewish man was walking along enjoying the sunshine. Look up at the sun. The man was happy. He didn't know that something awful was going to happen to him. For there up ahead, underneath, was a bad man, and he was hiding. These bad men were going to rob the Jewish man. The Jewish man heard a noise. Put your hand to your ear. What's that? He said. But before he could think, the bad man jumped out of the bushes and knocked the man over. And he knocked him over. The bad robber ran away before anyone could see what he had done. The Jewish man lay there in the ground shivering. He was hurting all over. The man was even bleeding. Oh, moaned the man. He was so hurt he could not even move. The Jewish man was hurt very badly. He needed help. The Jewish man would have to wait, hoping that some good person would come along and help him. The man closed his eyes and he waited. The hurt man heard footsteps. Oh, thought the man, here is someone who will help me. And he opened his swollen eyes, just a crack. He could see a white robe. It was a priest, a man who helped people worship. Surely this man would help him. But the priest saw him laying there, and he did not stop. He just kept walking down the road without saying a word. The priest left the poor man laying in the road all alone. But before long, the hurt man again heard footsteps. These footsteps were going very fast. The man who was coming was a Levite. The Levite was another man who worked for God. The Levite was looking at him. Would he stop? But then the hurt man heard the footsteps, and the footsteps were walking away. The Levite was in a hurry. The Levite should have had time to stop. The priest and the Levite were God's helpers. They should have helped the man, but they didn't. The Jewish man had been laying in the road for a long time. No one had come by, and he hurt so much. Then the Jewish man heard another sound. It was the clip-clop of a donkey coming. Oh, thought the man, please, please, please stop. He thought. The Jewish man could feel tears in his eyes. His body hurt so much. This time, the footsteps did stop. The Jewish man opened his eyes and he saw it was a Samaritan. The Samaritan was his enemy. The Samaritan got off his donkey and the Samaritan thought, what should I do? This man is Jewish. He's my enemy. But the Jewish man felt sorry for him. And the Jewish man knelt down next to the Jewish man. What happened to you? Let me help you. The kind Samaritan gave the Jewish man, his enemy, a drink, and he began to wash and bandage his cuts. Very gently, the Samaritan lifted the Jewish man onto his donkey. The Jewish man walked alongside the donkey, and he walked until they came to an inn. Now, an inn is like a hotel. The Samaritan carried the Jewish man, his enemy, into the inn. The Samaritan called the Jewish man his enemy into the into the room and put him to bed. The Samaritan did all he could to help that Jewish man. The next morning, the Samaritan got ready to leave. He told the owner of the inn, "Take care of the man until he is well. If you need more money, I will pay you when I come back." The Samaritan went on his way. He knew he had done everything that he could to show love, not hate, for his enemy. Everyone come up.
This is the 3rd and 4th grade Mount Zion Sunday School.